Welcome to the Enemies of the Fire podcast. We are here this week to do all sorts of ridiculous things. We talk about all-star nonsense. We talk about transfer rumors. I mean, it's basically a TMZ episode. And then we get to talk about something awesome, the Chicago Fire. My friends, am FC Neo Tokyo. This is DPG, and this is Serena, which crack one open. Is it official? Can we announce this? Serena is 100% now a part of the crew. If you notice, James is not here. That's just bad luck. He went to go see Beck live at concert. So technically, we've gone from boy, I don't want to say that. We've gone from a trident to a four-piece band. So, anywho, guys, I've talked long enough. How you doing?
Not bad. Can't complain.
Yeah, not bad. I feel like the Fire win from the weekend was powering me through a little bit, and then this week's just going. It's chugging along. It's hot. Staying inside as much as possible.
Yeah, that win made me feel like Caesar after conquering Gaul. That's the vibe. That's the vibe that I got out of it.
Dude, I had my hair done. I had this work event after work before this, and my hair was done perfectly. Everything was good. And then I stepped outside to go to my car. It was just like whoosh, just everywhere. So,
been there.
Yeah. It is what it is, man. So we're going to bury the lead. Right now, the All Star game is on. It's 0-0. I haven't seen anything to really get me too excited, except for what just literally happened. Evander, of all people, with an amazing shot. Who else wants to glaze Evander?
I really don't care about the All Star game. I told you, this is the only color. This is the only badge I support. I could care less about beating up Liga MX players. So.
I just like that Zink is in it. Is he start? I don't even know. Is he starting?
I didn't see the starting lineup, but I don't think so.
Yeah, so then I really don't.
I'm gonna put it like this.
If he were starting, I'd care a little bit more, but.
I'm more excited that the Honduran First Division started up more than this. I don't know if it's just I'm more amused that I'm able to watch it, or just the fact that I really don't care about the All Star game.
So
how do you watch it?
He never spilled the beans.
I
let's just say that I got a service.
Okay. So it's not like it's all of a sudden readily available to everybody.
No. Yeah, it's not. It's not.
It's so cagey because we asked him for real, and he went radio silent for a day and a half.
Don't ask again.
Yeah.
So I joked about it. Who wants to glaze Evander with me? Because I don't know if you guys well, I know you guys didn't watch, but I watched the skill challenge last night, and he was.
What is that? I didn't even know. What does that consist of? What is this?
Okay, so I didn't see everything. I was passively watching, but it's like they had this big board with all these holes that you shoot towards the goal or whatever, or towards the for points. There's they did the bullseyes around the goal, I'm pretty sure. Now, what I saw for sure was they had this passing challenge where they had a bucket and then a low pass and then this little round thing that you had to kick the ball through. And that was a lot of fun because Evander did it and he was the best, apparently, obviously. Clint Dempsey did it. And, they had, and the same thing tonight, they had iShow Speed. So they've been pumping up iShow Speed, which I think is a good get, and they let him do his thing, right? They let him participate in the challenges. He didn't get to do everything, but he participated in a lot of stuff. Oh, yeah, and Goalie Wars. They did Goalie Wars, too, which...
Yeah. You know what this reminds me of? Do you remember those soccer games from PS2, PS3? not the official ones, I don't know why this one comes to mind, but there used to be a soccer game called David Beckham soccer game on the PS2.
Okay.
And they literally had a training session where you did that, passing the ball through circles, shooting through circles and stuff like that. That's what it reminds me of.
Dude,
kind
FIFA
of pointless,
had that for a while too.
So invent it like Beckham. Anyone seen that movie?
Yeah, bend it like Becca.
But they have, I think, Keira Knightley's mom or dad, I guess, because he's the supportive one. He puts that wooden plank with the holes in it, like over the goal. That's what I'm picturing.
I have never seen that movie. Was it good?
It's amazing.
I know.
Yeah, great movie.
I never saw it.
Hell yeah.
Look, man. My only experience on the pitch at Toyota Park was when I got to score on Sparky.
Oh,
right?
You got to do that too?
Big.
And I even hit it upper 90, bro. Like I wasn't playing. Like I'm not gonna be one of those people that hoofs it or lets Sparky get it. I hit it right in the corner.
Like, fuck that dog.
It took me back to my high school days when I was in the soccer team.
What position did you play?
Dude, I played all sorts of positions, whatever got me on the field.
Shit.
Like I literally played striker, midfield, defense. I even swapped with my goalkeeper once because we were beating the crap out of another high school, and he wanted to score a goal. And he's like, "Hey man, train with me. I want to score a goal."
They stuck my short ass at left back the whole time. So
is that the side the team was attacking?
What was that?
I was a goalie for years. I started as goalie.
Well, were you tall when you were younger? Okay.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yeah, see, my high school goalkeeper was like a giant. This is a Polish kid, giant.
This is what happens to us. Yeah.
Grown man. He was like a grown man.
When you're a freshman and you go play with the varsity and the goalkeeper has a full chest hair and like a beard and goatee.
It was straight up. It was this Polish kid, and me and him were both freshmen, except that he was like 6 foot already, like typical European goalkeeper, man. You know.
Unbelievable. We are so.
He was good. He was a good guy though.
All right, so the game, like I said, nothing really crazy yet, but the big talk coming into today was Messi and Jordi Alba aren't going to play.
Why would they?
Exactly. Like, it's different. So there's a rule that if you just tell the All-Star game to fuck off, you're supposed to be suspended for the next real game.
Really?
Yeah, because so often, like, a lot of the stars would say, forget it. I don't want to do it. I need the break. But, like, that's back in the day when we didn't have many competitions, right? It wasn't like there was a lot going on. So now,
when you say back in the day, are you talking about, like, the Marco Echeverri back in the day?
No, I'm talking about 2010s.
Okay. So...
You know what I'm saying?
In the wilderness. Yeah.
Yeah, so people would like skip out on it, and they don't want that to happen. So they put in a rule that you're supposed to get suspended for the next game if you just miss for no reason. But like honestly, how many games has Messi played? Like he actually legitimately could use just a day off.
Yeah,
he legitimately carries that team, so you know your back must hurt when you're carrying the whole football club. So
I'd love to see them suspend him, though. I mean, that would just be funny. Rules are rules.
Oh.
You know?
Rules are rules.
Yeah, a lot of rules. Yeah, rules are being bent a little bit, but yeah.
He deserves the break. I don't understand. Like, I get the argument because it was like an epidemic at one time where all the guys were like, forget this. But like, dude, look at the schedule now and look at how many games these guys have played. Jordi Alba and Messi can take the All-Star game off. I'm not going to be calling for them to be suspended.
How many tournaments how many tournaments has MLS signed itself up for? You got the Leagues Cup, you got the US Open Cup, you got this. Which one else I'm missing? And that's not even counting like the CONCACAF Champions League.
Well, yeah, that I mean, so he wouldn't have been in U.S. Open Cup, but they're about to be in Leagues Cup, right? Because like there's about to be a 2-week break in MLS, which is gonna hurt my soul, but kind of it's gonna be good for my relationship. I can get some brownie points taking her out camping.
Why don't they time the All-Star game with that break?
Well, because it's not really a break; it's a break for us, but like the Leagues Cup will be going on.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, they could give the players who aren't picked for the All-Star, they could just get that break. You know, you see it like they could get it right before they have to go off for these I mean, I guess it doesn't make that much difference from their side, but for us, it'd be better.
I mean, for certain teams that played in the U.S. Open Cup, that's going to be their break, and vice versa. The teams that didn't play in the U.S. Open Cup are playing League Cup.
Right. Which makes sense, but I don't know, man. This is the dog days of summer. It is awful out there.
It's hot as hell and it's awful.
Our planet is roasting.
I do feel like if they wanted people to actually show up to this, they could do something like make it. I mean, like in baseball, where the All Star break. Obviously, soccer games are not played for the whole week anyway, but give everybody a break after, regardless, so that the people like Messi could, in theory, say, I know I'm going to get a break the weekend after the All Star game because we're not going to play that weekend, so I would go and play this game because I'm getting my break.
Well,
there's probably too much in the schedule to do that, but.
You run into some of the issues that they've already talked about, which is like in the most crucial, could be like momentum building, dope ass semifinal time in the playoffs. You're always going on an international break. You know what I mean? So
that's another thing I was going to bring up because Messi's still getting called up by Argentina. So
yes, he is.
That has to stop. I mean. It is what it is. Like I know the U.S. men's. The U.S. men's national team has a couple of friendlies, right, in September or next month.
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. I'm more worried about the qualifiers in September, October, November.
Oh yeah, yep. Big ups to Honduras. Let's see if they can get it. Get it done. Okay, so you guys have a little less oomph for the All Star game. And I'll say this is the first year in a long time I was kind of like, ooh, all-star stuff, cool, right? So, so what?
You got time that better.
What do you guys? What would you want from an all-star game?
I don't think I want one at all. Like honestly, I mean, it's. I know it sounds bad. But like it doesn't really captivate me. It doesn't make me tune in. Like I really don't care about these competitions. Like I'm more worried about my team, giving their players time to recover, time to recharge, and worry about making a playoff push. So that's what I'm more worried about. The All-Star game, I mean,
I just feel like it doesn't really make as much sense for this because there aren't. I mean, of course there are stars, but there aren't like, again, to keep comparing, but the MLB All Star, part of what makes it fun is that these are like huge stars and getting picked is an honor, and then people want to see their team represented. I feel like with this, maybe it's just the way it was marketed. Like, I mean, obviously I saw like the Fire posting about how Zinc was chosen, and that's great, but I didn't see a ton of like marketing from the actual All Star, like about the game, what it's gonna, what the game's gonna be like, who else is in the game, here are all the stars that are in it, like pumping that up a little bit. I might be more inclined to watch it if I knew more of the people, or like I were excited about more of the people in it in like an individual way. But as it stands, there are only like a handful of people that I like. Kind of, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm keeping an eye on that guy, but.
Not only that, but MLB All Star, there's stuff on stake. Like if the East wins, guess who's gonna get who's gonna get the advantage in playoffs?
Yeah.
Like you know what? I'm gonna put it like this, Toke. The MLS All Star was a lot more exciting when it used to be the East versus West back in the day.
Yeah, but this is still way better than when it was MLS versus Chelsea.
Oh yeah, that I hated that. Just either bring East versus West back, and then I wish they did some sort of like, hey, if the East wins or the West wins, they get priority or something in the playoffs, or I don't know, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
I feel like I got an idea here. I like the concept, but also the part of the problem is our schedule doesn't line up with Liga MX. But my thought would be, you know how in college sports you have like All-Americans, first, second, and third team?
Yeah.
You do that with best 11 in both leagues. And then at the beginning of the season, you have a game between like the top two, the best 11 team 1 and 2 right now. I know some people will have moved on and are on different teams, but that gives you a chance to throw like just marketable people in there. Right?
Yeah.
So You know what I'm saying? Before the season starts, we don't have a Community Shield. The U.S. Open Cup winner doesn't play the MLS Cup winner, so might as well have All Star kick off the season. But I don't know.
I mean, keep in mind you don't want to do that at the beginning of the season because like the beginning of MLS season is like full flight of Liga MX going on. Like that's the Clausura. The Clausura was being played out at that time. And then right now, the Apertura is about to start off for the Liga MX, or I think it started already. So, yeah. So it's. I like how they schedule these tournaments like in weird times, you know.
It's all about the money. It's all about the money.
Yeah.
So, well, talking about timing, what a great transition, DPG. News out of today's All-Star game. All the owners met. All the owners talked. Apparently, they're in the consensus that like the schedule needs to move, and they didn't move the schedule. They didn't announce anything.
We're not going to the fall spring schedule.
They didn't announce anything. So.
Oh my God! Yeah, nothing feels better like watching the Chicago Fire play in a nice toasty 15-degree weather out in front of Lake Michigan, with the windshield making it -5.
Great stuff.
So Serena,
even the hot chocolate.
What do you want?
Is like lukewarm.
Dude, trust me. I remember there was a game me and Violet went to, and she sat down. She goes, how mad would you be if I left right now? And I was like, well, hold on. How do we fix this? And she was like, you have to buy me a blanket right now, or I'm leaving.
How does Sweden do it? How does Sweden and those Scandinavian teams do it?
They take a hell of a long break, though, don't they?
And they take a long break, and they have a lot of, I think because everybody's facing the same issues, they have a lot more implements to help. Like they have heated fields, and some of them I think play. You know, they have indoor places they can move indoors. So it's snowing a lot, but yeah,
So like if you're in a Champions League game. Yeah, if you're in the Champions League game, let's say you're like, oh yeah, I'm playing for Chelsea and I'm facing off FC Copenhagen.
You know, it was.
I'll be pissed. I'd be pissed. I gotta go play in that cold ass weather. Okay.
It was Zink's and our potential transfer. Buda Glimt. They were playing Man United in the Europa League this season. I mean last season, but this year, and it was like April or something, and there was snowbanks on the side of the pitch.
Oh man,
snow is
nice
always
frosty. I've actually gone to a Fire game where there's literally ice still around the field, like cold. I think I might have gone to like the coldest game like in Fire history. Now, like I don't think
one of those ones early this year was definitely it might have been the coldest I've ever been like standing outside. Like I got back from that. I was like
That apparently is in the top 2 or 3 of the coldest games ever for the Fire.
Really?
Is the first game of this season, because I was legitimately sick, so I missed it. And then I remember thinking, "Oh my God, thank God I was sick."
It was kind of fun because it was like it was. You remember it? It was like memorable, and I had like a furry hat, and everybody was like really wintry, and so it's like notable in that way. But it's not actually fun when you're there.
I'm trying to think. Was that did James go with me that game?
No, that was last season.
That was last season. Yeah. I'm like, because I know James went with me for the home opener. No, I think I was solo. I was solo last this year.
Looks like MLS just scored.
They did.
It looks like
it was. It's Old Boy for Nashville. The
Oh, it's offsides.
No.
Offsides.
No. Onside to me.
VAR.
It's an all. Why are you using VAR in an All-Star game, dog? This.
Why? Look, they're reviewing it.
So hold on though. I got a question.
Okay.
I know we've beaten this to death, but I want to put us on record. I say I don't want the schedule to change. I'm actually happy with it. I mean, minor tweaks, but I don't want a full overhaul. What do you guys think?
100%.
So, tactically, I'm going to look at it from the club's perspective, or at least, a manager's perspective. If MLS were to align itself with the European schedule, tactically, it makes more sense because you have more opportunities to bring players during the summer transfer window versus trying to negotiate last-minute deals in the winter transfer window. It just makes more sense in that aspect. Now, as a fan, well, like if I'm in Miami, I could care less if it's
Right.
fall, spring. But if I'm in Chicago, which I am, yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting winter. I'll leave it at that.
The U.S. just has too many varying climates. Unlike again, like the Scandinavia's, where everybody in the country is facing the same sort of climate, so you can make the schedule change based on that. But I feel like here it's just everything's way too extreme. But I do see.
Worse.
I mean, obviously the transfers would be great. I think what would be sad for me is I like having the Fire as its own, like once the Bundesliga season's over, for me it'd be sad if there were just nothing to watch.
No sports.
That's the thing. It's fun to have like American soccer and then your European soccer, then American, and it's like soccer just doesn't end. That is cool. I will admit that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's a lot of soccer for a day. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just, except that you got to wake up at 6 a.m. if you're one of these Premier League fans, and especially you're a diehard fan that needs to go to the Go Pub and go support. 6:30 in the morning, eat your bangers and smash, right? I had a buddy of mine, diehard Liverpool fan. He always messaged me on the weekend, hey, 6 a.m, hey, you want to go to the Glow Pub? I'll get some bangers and smash. Let's go watch Liverpool. I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like still
that's
sleeping.
Too early. Yeah, I wake up for every Leverkusen game, but it's 8:30 at the earliest are the games, so I can do 8:30 like sitting in my house. I'm not going anywhere to watch it, and I'm not.
Hell yeah!
You
I have to set an alarm for 9:30.
You put on your Leverkusen jersey.
I do.
You put on your Leverkusen jersey and eat some schnitzel. I'm like, yeah, I'm enjoying the environment.
Yeah.
She's all in on the schnitzel, the whole thing, man.
The beer, the schnitzel, potato pancakes.
So hold on, I don't want to sell you out here, but he said your Leverkusen jersey. I don't think you only have one, or am I wrong?
I have a few. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I do. I have a new one.
Dude,
a new one coming in the mail actually, but
who?
I had to replace my first jersey.
If you're a diehard fan of your team, you're gonna get the jersey every year. Like I literally get a Fire jersey every year, and you know this. I have told you. I even helped out Connor get his jersey.
Oh my God, you helped Connor get 2 jerseys, by the way. I don't know if you saw it.
The codes.
Yep.
Yeah. I saw that.
But
and the nice thing is, MLS jerseys are. I also get the new Fire jersey every time, but the Bundesliga ones are like $80 or €80. So
that's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's
not bad at all.
Yeah.
I used to do that with Man United jerseys. I used to wait till they go on clearance and then start snapping, trying to get as many as I can. So let's ask this real quick.
Is way too big, so.
Let's ask this. So how many jerseys you have?
Zilch 0 0. I used to have 2 USA jerseys, but those are gone.
I'll give you one of mine. I have so many.
No, I
have about 4 or 5 USA jerseys. I got about 7 or 8 Honduras jerseys.
Oh,
I got and this is not so when my parents, when I was growing up, and again, these are some of the older ones. Every time my parents would go traveling to Honduras to visit, they'll come back and bring me a jersey.
Oh, awesome.
That's what I will tell them. Hey, when you go, bring me back a jersey. And it's not just Honduras. I've got the club teams from Olympia. And then of course my 5 USA jerseys, and then the rest is just fire. Everything from 2010 all the way till now.
Well, I did find a knockoff confetti kit on Amazon, so I'm gonna see how that looks when it shows up.
Oh man,
I'm trying to find. I just texted it to somebody because somebody asked how many I have in my collection. I think I have I can't find it, but I'm somewhere in the 50 to 50 plus jerseys. I have a whole separate section of my room, with racks on the wall. With all them hanging.
Oh, that is cool.
I got something like that for my sports jersey, even though it's mostly all Fire and USA, and I also have like Bears jerseys. I have like 2 Cubs jerseys. It varies. I even got a Bulls jersey. So
Yeah.
like I have a separate rack.
It's helpful.
God,
Yeah.
I used to have a like I had, at the time I got a current Cubs jersey, but I got Ron Santo put on it. But yeah, don't get
Just like
divorced.
that,
You
Ron
lose
Santo-
your shit.
Oh. No,
Say
but
that
it's
for
cool.
me?
Like
What was that?
Like-
Just saying that's rough.
Yeah, no,
Say that for me?
it's not fun. It's not fun. I am down any jersey I used to own and half a video game collection. So we'll just leave it at that.
oof.
Rough.
You told me you had the Sash jersey, right? The one with the
I
USA
had 2
sash.
of those, man. I bought one at full price, the navy with the white sash, and then like, a couple
have
months
that
after
one.
the World Cup, I saw the white on white at Ross for $7.
Well, look, I have this the navy blue with the sash, and I also have the maroon with the sash.
That's oh, you know what? I have the Cubs. Well, I have the baseball Fire jersey. I have one of those that I
Yeah.
actually wear.
It's right there. I see it.
Well,
Yeah.
It's autographed. It's autographed by the whole team.
Yeah, well, not the whole team, just all the people that are gone. But no, I have another one of those that I actually can wear.
Oh man.
But anywho,
Well, we're speaking. We should do a session another time where we can.
Let's bring out the jersey collection.
Yeah, because I'd love to.
there's
always
no
waiting.
Fire game the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
No,
Wait, I gotta go to my parents' house though. I gotta go because I actually have like older like jerseys at my parents' house. Like I literally not kidding. I have a France '98 World Cup qualifying jersey from Honduras.
Wow.
Oh,
Like,
neat.
That's like as retro as it gets. So it's sitting in my parents' like in my old room closet, and I've been meaning to get it because I kind of want all put all my jerseys under one roof. I don't want my mom giving it away to the Salvation Army or something.
Right. Okay, so I got one last question. We'll get out of this segment. Serena, what got you into collecting kits?
Honestly, we went to. I mean, I've had them on and off. Like growing up, I definitely had a U.S. men's. I think I had a. I don't remember who it was. Honestly, I had a U.S. men's jersey. I had like a few Spain jerseys when I was younger. But in like 2019 or 2018, Andrew and I went to like a jersey pop up. It was in Chicago. It was like one of those jersey store. I think it was like Saturday's Football or something. And they had the same place that.
Yeah, they had the jersey reveal at. Yeah.
It was before they had, that store just opened this year, but we went to one of their pop-ups and I bought a few jerseys and I was like, damn, this is really fun. I'm gonna keep doing this.
Oh,
It became a sickness.
And now we're here with over 50. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go from that fun. We're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come back and do one of the funnest things is opine about transfers. Serena, what should they do with that like button?
Press it.
Jesus. Ah.
Peace. Welcome back, fellow enemies of the fire. Oh, God. We're here to talk about transfers, which is one of my favorite things about the sport, which is funny because it has nothing to do with the play on the field. So, my friends, is there a particular rumor anybody's or news that anybody's psyched about?
I'm kind of indifferent about that whole Zink's old team.
Oh, you were
Really?
the fire. I was saving that for the fire section.
Okay. No, I mean, I know we don't have to talk about it, but it just
No, let's talk about it. Let's be about it. We're a
I'm
fire
excited.
podcast. Let's sprinkle some fire in. So the fire are in for this guy Patrick Berg, which hold on, I'll explain and then I'll let Serena go because she actually knows who this person is. So apparently we went in at 12 mil. He's a central mid. It kind of seems like he can box to box. his team seems to want more. People are saying the deal's starting to fall apart because they're like, oh, no, pay me. Serena, how badly do we need this guy?
I will say if it's going to be difficult or really expensive, I don't know. I'm not like, oh, we like pay him whatever he wants. Like we need him. It's not like that level, but I feel like he could, just from what I've seen of him, he could work well with the Fire. Just also, I don't know. There's something about him not being too big of a star too that I think could work with the makeup of the current team. Like he was on Zink's former team, so they definitely played together. I mean, they played in the Europa League together. He was the captain of that team and just, playmaker, integral to a lot of the games that they won. And I just think it would be a good fit. And I think I would love, I mean, again, I think I've said in past episodes, Zink is obviously been a great fit and been performing so well. And, if there's any chance that somebody who has maybe a similar recent background or, the style of play that they've been doing is at all similar, I feel like that would definitely help and would benefit us.
So fun fact that I just saw on Wikipedia, because I actually have to look him up. He comes from like his uncles, his dad, all played for that same team, that Bodo team.
Oh, no way.
Like he has like a lineage, like it's crazy. So yeah, exactly, pedigree. So now he's the captain of that team. So again, I'm kind of curious to know what kind of defensive midfielder is he? Is he a destroyer? Is he a like, shoring up the defense type, or a conduit from the defense to the offense?
I feel like more of the conduit, but I haven't watched him enough probably to say for sure.
What little bit I've seen seems, yes, more like the conduit. But am I? Is this an admission that Kwame and Avila are busts?
Well, besides that, you also have to look at Acosta.
Well,
yeah, I think Acosta
I mean, it's hard to call Acosta a bust. Like older players, that's always the risk. Is like the drop off is instant, right? And you just don't know sometimes. Like, I mean, who you could have bet money that Messi came to Miami and immediately just had the drop off, and it was just as likely to happen as what's happened, right? So like you don't know that about Acosta. You bet he's there for 3 years, and it just the fall happened.
Yeah.
But if let's say the Fire do pull the trigger and get him, so I'm assuming that Pineda is going to come off the lineup, and it's going to be him and Orhel and Guri.
Or
I think
if he's not a destroyer, it might be Orhel off the field, which I don't like.
I rather leave Orhel on the field than Pineda. I like Pineda. I think Pineda is a good player, and he's been, again, this season. This was kind of like his real awakening season.
Redemption.
Yeah. So, but if you got a guy like this, you have to put him on the lineup, and Pineda could come in as a second half substitute or something like that, or show up the defense. So.
And Orhel is a little more flexible too. So.
Yeah.
I never want to disparage a young man's career or anybody's career, but like I'll say this: if you want to be good at MLS, Mauricio Pineda can help you do that, but he has to obviously not be a starter. Does that make sense? Like you have to be better than him, but having him makes you really. Does that? I'm hoping that makes sense.
Hold on. I want to disagree on that point, because we've had players like that. Like one example is he plays for Montreal now. Fabian Herbers. And I said this last season.
You did.
If you start Fabian Herbers, he's gonna be average. If he comes off the bench, he literally becomes a super sub. And we saw it time and time again last season where he came off the bench and bam, the team scored a tying goal. Pineda's not that type of player. Like he will be solid for 90 minutes.
You're totally right. You're totally right. Pineda's been extremely solid this season, which has been like a very welcomed redemption arc. Now,
Yep.
Serena, I'm putting you again in the hot seat here. I saw that Atlanta signed a guy from Spain. He's been on a team where he bounced up and down from La Liga 1, La Liga 2, right? And he's 26-year-old center back. I don't know about you, but I feel like we could use a center back. Do we also make a move for a center back if we get Berg? No, I'm asking you, do we? Do you think we do?
Yeah, no, I'm thinking. I feel like, I mean, should we or will we actually? Is that? I don't think we would.
That's scary. That's scary because we need to. Because Tehran is still not healthy. Sam Rogers obviously is pushing it too hard. Because again, he came off hurt. What minute was that this week? It was pretty early, right? 17th, 16th minute, and then Christopher Klutz is a child and he's hurt. So it's like, I don't know, man. I feel like even if Omar,
I guess a different question if they'll fill in, if they'll get like, could they pick up a more random player to fill that spot for the time being? Yeah, like will they fill it with another like a star
like a trade?
or DP? I feel like probably not. But yeah,
I would like to see some movement on that. Like, and we never talk about this, but why doesn't MLS ever like go raid USL? Like, who's the best center back in USL? Let's sign him to a pretty average MLS contract.
I'm sure they've tried that, and like even we have done that with what's his face. He came from holy crap! What he plays on the right side. Jonathan Dean.
Oh, okay.
He came from a USL.
Oh, right.
Team.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's worked out fine.
Yeah, I mean it took a couple of years, but yeah, it worked out fine. But I think
person we have out there.
I think Greg's philosophy, hey, what's a better defense than a good offense? So we're scoring the goals. We're just having a hard time keeping them out of our own net.
Just like the Cubs. I'll just say that again. But I also wish we had more insight into the injury pool too, because I just don't even know. I mean, maybe if you dig for it, it's there, and I know they do press conferences and they talk about it, but I just have no idea like what the injury projection even looks like for someone like Tehran. I mean, it looked bad when it happened live, but is he coming back? Is it end of the season? Like, I'm sure they know all those things, but it would be helpful. Or, like,
it's funny how MLS is kind of vague on injuries this season for whatever reason. Like, it used to be more detailed, like, oh my god, he has a hamstring, he's gonna be out for whatever. But you also wonder, what is Chris Mueller doing? Like,
it's
that's a huge topic.
Yeah, I hate to. He just had a child, right? So there could be a number of issues happening that does or does not have, like, yeah, he could be having a lot of stuff going on, but like, I wish him well. Hopefully, if it's like has any soccer relation, hopefully that gets solved this window.
Yeah.
If it's straight personal, do your thing, however long it takes.
If it's personal, by all means. But if this was one of those decisions where Greg said, "Hey, look, you're not part of my plans. Look for another team." Like, first of all, I think it's very short-sighted for a coach to even say that at the beginning of the season, because again, you get mounting injuries, and all of a sudden, that guy that's on the sideline
is mad important.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, hey man, about the conversation we had back," But if it's soccer related, I hope I'm sure nothing's gonna happen, but I wish Greg would reconsider the position. Like, hey man, you want to come play or you want to sit on the bench? Because it's basically him just waiting out his contract, because I think his contract's up at the end of the season anyways.
Well, if it's not, if
it's just a weird situation. I don't know.
Yeah, if it's soccer related, then damn, come back. We could actually use another body on the wing. Now, I want to move on real quick because you mentioned Greg Berhalter and telling people they're not about to play, which brings us to the biggest news of the most hipster ass people on the internet for U.S. soccer. Gio Reyna to Parma. What do we make of this?
I think
It's
it
a good
is his
move.
time. I mean, he wasn't getting any play at Dortmund. I saw him play like once. I mean, I've watched a decent amount of Dortmund games this last season. He just wasn't part of their talking about not being part of someone's plans. He definitely was not part of their plans. You know, he was there for a while. I feel like wherever he would move to, I mean, I don't know that much about Parma, and I don't, I can't say for sure that league is the best league for him, but I think at this point, any move was a good move for him.
To an extent.
If there,
he's got to play, in my opinion, or else why move?
Yeah.
I got it. So this is what I'm gonna say. If there's been any player on the U.S. men's national team roster pool that needed a redemption, that needed a Nicholas Anelka type of like redemption arc, it's him. So like he can go to Parma and he can screw that up, and then he'll end up in an MLS team, and then screw that up and become USL player, or he can literally become a talisman for Parma. Like,
yeah, he could be
turn it around for them.
Pulisic.
He could be another Pulisic. He could be another Eric Cantona. You know, he
But
could be another.
Are we dreaming too hard? Because like he has shown nothing for like 4 years.
He's not. Yeah, I mean the few
Sorry.
times I saw him play, he wasn't bad. I mean, I think he even scored a goal one of the times I saw him play. I think it was like kind of a big Dortmund goal fest, but regardless, he still scored, and I think he wasn't that bad. He just is kind of made of glass, and
He's injury prone. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you say that, but Greg told him he wasn't going to play in the World Cup, and then when we finally went to him, he didn't do anything against the Netherlands. I mean, obviously nobody.
Well, let's be honest. That was his dad. His dad was the one that.
Yeah, that whole thing was crazy. But
That was that. That was.
What do we think
A lot of
about
other things in play.
What do we think about the American contingent just storming Italy? I guess some of them are on their way out, aren't they?
I mean, some of them are on their way out, but I mean, if they can make it work, I mean, by all means, like, if you want to use the Italian league as your base of operations, go for it. You know, so
is this like, is he gonna show at this level? Because he told LAFC go pound sand. He told another Bundesliga team, it ain't it. So he's got to show, because he was given an opportunity to be a part of a pretty good program in MLS.
Look, the best thing that can happen to Gio Reyna is that either A, he turns, which is not very unlikely, he turns Parma into a powerhouse, or at least fighting for a spot, or B, he crashes and burns and ends up in the MLS and kind of become kind of like a Freddie Adu style MLS guy, jumping between teams, end up at USL, and by the time you're 27, nobody remembers you.
That would be a scary fate for our friend Gio Reyna. Serena, thoughts on Serie A, or would you have liked to have seen him stay in the Bundesliga?
I don't think the Bundesliga is the right place for him. I think it's too physical, and I think Serie A, I don't watch a ton of it, but from what I hear, it's a little bit less physical and maybe a little more, slower.
Do you have a Serie A team jersey?
Oh, actually, I don't. I have a few Italy national team jerseys, but I actually don't have I don't have any.
Oh,
wow!
I used to have a Lazio jersey.
Oh God, why?
Wow,
that's
a big statement.
Okay.
What?
I got it back when I was in high school, like in early 2000. I thought their kit was awesome with the baby blue.
Oh shit! Okay,
it's a nice colorway.
No, that's phenomenal. All right.
It wasn't until later on that I found out. Yeah.
So you brought up Freddie Adu, which I don't want to bring up any negativity, but let's just talk age. Cavan Sullivan. Now, Serena, are you MLS sicko enough to know who this kid is? Okay. He's like 16. He plays for the Union. So he like just started getting minutes this year. And apparently he's getting signed by Man City.
Interesting.
So
he's German Bangladeshi. That's cool.
Wow, I did not know that myself.
So I have
Part of me.
reservations about U.S.
Oh, this
players that are
guy.
young.
Of course, I've seen this guy before. Yeah,
You
wasn't
know,
he? Didn't he start when he was like 15?
Yeah, maybe he is only 15. I thought 16, but what a
I have reservations about that though, because it's easy for these type of players to get lost in the youth system for Premier League teams. Like you've seen that happen with our boy Gaga Slonina. Shout out to Gaga. But again, it can end good. Like I never consider like the Premier League as should be like the breeding ground for talent. Like to me,
Man
you
City's
should leave that to the
good.
Dutch. You know,
It's pretty, I feel like they had. I mean, Cole Palmer was Man City Youth Academy, right?
No, I mean yeah, but that's he's been a lifer. Like you're taking a kid that was that was built from the ground up.
But he's 15. I mean, how much he's got a lot of building left to do.
Hey,
yeah, he's got a lot to do.
Cole Palmer probably was in a Man City program since like when he was 8 years old. Learn the basics. But again, I'm hoping he does good. Like maybe not for Man City. I mean, if if he makes it in a Man City first team, by all means, good. That's better for the U.S. men's national team. No questions asked. I just hate to see like a kid floating around in the championship teams or in the League One or whatever. Well,
my big question is that what I don't want to see is I don't want him to go over there and start playing U23 games. Right? You're getting first team, first division minutes in Philly. So what I would like to see is him loaned back out.
I could see him play for U. I wouldn't even say U23. I would say U19.
Right?
So it's probably going to be U19, maybe reserves, but
do you loan him back to the Union or do you not trust the Union? Do you loan him to the Dutch?
You loan him to the Dutch, bro.
Because he couldn't even play on a first team in a lot of. I mean.
Oh, you're right. There's a few countries he probably isn't even allowed to play.
Yeah, Germany.
Does he have a European passport?
Well, what did you say? He's Bangladeshi and
German Bangladeshi.
He's what?
German and Bangladeshi.
German.
Oh, then yeah, he's hey, European Union rules. He's eligible. I like that. I mean, like I said, I like the idea of kids going to play for these Premier League team academies. By all means, that's kind of what we need. We need more players that can develop, that hopefully can develop into better players. Like I'm really big on like the Dutch youth system because the Dutch are always making talent with whatever they got. But we'll see what happens. Like it would have been cool to see a young U.S. player go, be part of the Ajax Academy or something like that, or PSV Academy, and watch him bloom. But
I mean, you could bloom other places, like this next kid I'm going to bring up, Caleb Wiley.
Okay.
Chelsea loaned him back out, but they loaned him back to Watford where he was getting minutes, and they seem to like him, and everybody's happy. So it's a good situation for him. So that's good news. Let's see here. What other U.S. news? We did not talk about this. I think I've put it on the rundown for the last 3 episodes, and I don't think we've mentioned it. Johnny Cardoso to Atletico Madrid.
He's not gonna play. He's gonna be sitting on the bench.
You're crazy.
He's sitting on the bench.
No,
well, there's an empty spot now on that team.
Yeah, there's a big empty spot.
I literally just started playing Football Manager 24 at Atletico Madrid, and I went billionaire, oil money tycoon type. I literally changed the club details and made it seem like I'm owned by a oil tycoon. And guess who I signed?
Who's that?
And Serena will like this. He's a former Bayer Leverkusen player.
Oh, Wirtz?
Yep.
Really?
And guess who's my leading scorer right now?
Wirtz.
Nice.
Yep.
So. Okay, so hold on. We brought up. Hold on. You got me. You got me jumping around because I wanted to ask Serena about that very player. But before we do, Johnny Cardoso at Atletico. I'm for it, dude. I think he can fight for playing. Here's the thing. He fights for playing time. So if you're a person who doesn't care about these young men's career and you care about the U.S. national team, he's either going to sink or swim because he's either going to get good enough to start there nonstop, and then that means we have a starter on the US team.
That's a hell of a light. That's a hell of a spotlight to be on to kind of sink or swim.
Well, I mean, he's built for it with the motor.
Whose boots is he trying to fill in?
That's what. Rodrigo.
No.
Was it?
Yeah, Rodrigo de Paul.
That's what I mean. But I think he's actually filling those boots.
He's on my bench right now. He's not even a starter, bro. At least in my game. But
he's on Miami now.
I'm trying to see what their average age of their squad of Madrid's squad is. Atletico Madrid.
I gotta look at the squad because man, forgot I was looking for FM 25 on my computer for whatever reason. I'm like, why do I have 24 but not 25? Now I gotta look at the squad.
I mean, it's a pretty decent. It's not super young. It doesn't look like, at least right off the bat. So I feel like that is good for him, and that even if he's not starting right away, there's probably some room for him to grow into it. Let's see
what we got.
I love it. I love the Atletico is like kind of low key a team I really do like because they're the crazy Diego Simeone style, the whole like run and murder.
Frustrating.
Yeah, just frustrate people.
They played against Leverkusen, and Leverkusen, it was like the only game we lost in the round of 16, I think it was, in the Champions League, and they were so fresh. I mean, just classic.
Who is he gonna knock out of the lineup? Like, have you seen this team? Like, they got Koke as a captain. You're looking at you got Marcos Llorente. You even got Thiago Almada. Like,
no, Thiago Almada's gone.
He's listed on Wikipedia.
No, he just signed somewhere today. Hold on.
Oh, today? So they haven't updated
Hold on. Now we're all Googling.
Yes, Simeone. DePaul's gone.
You got Conor Gallagher. You got Rodrigo de Paul.
I mean, we're looking at Rodrigo's gone now. So that's two slots.
So wait,
not the one from Miami. This
who was I supposed to look up?
Thiago Almada.
Okay.
And Johnny Cardoso is a midfielder, right?
Samuel Lino. I actually have him. He's actually really good at my game. Thomas Lemar is really good at my game. So, and Johnny Cardoso looked very average for the U.S. men's national team when we saw him play against Mexico.
Yes, but he didn't look very average at all for Betis.
And I feel like that game is not showcasing anybody's skills. That wasn't.
You know what? You're right about that. I think you guys are right about that because like there's a difference when you're being surrounded by brilliance versus surrounded by patchwork. So.
Right.
Yeah. It's. I think more and more importantly,
hey, never mind. I'm stupid. Almada just signed with them.
So Thiago Almada and Johnny Cardoso are going to be fighting for that precious minutes.
We'll see. Hey, if you told me coming into this season, Mauricio Pineda and Sergio Orahel was going to keep Kellen Acosta on the bench, I would have called you a liar. All right, so hold on. I want to talk Wirtz, but one last U.S. move I want to talk about. Non-move. Serena, how excited were you that Josh Sargent was about to be in the Bundesliga?
The Wolfsburg, right?
Yes, because he said he doesn't want to. So he's the one that actually turned the deal down. So
he messed up.
Wolfsburg put up 21 mil for Josh Sargent. Well, he didn't necessarily mess up because he's kind of killing it at Norwich. And what happens when they get promoted? You know what I mean? Then you're in the Premier League.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, Wolfsburg is like probably the most boring Bundesliga club. They're like the most boring club. So I don't know if that's why he. I mean, it's true. It's like the Volkswagen club. They're like
Volkswagen. They're not BMW. They're Volkswagen.
They're Volkswagen.
And the games are like half attended. It's just not. It's not the most exciting one. I feel like if it were, I don't know anything. I mean, maybe this is not the case. Maybe he had other reasons, and I'm sure he did. But that's not the club that I would.
As long as it doesn't pull like a Jordan Morris type of situation, it's.
Now it's not good enough to be at Norwich, a yo-yo club.
I don't want to play in the Bundesliga. I want to play in Seattle.
Dude,
Maybe.
you're crazy. Maybe his dog, yeah. Maybe he got a dog and he wants to stay in Norwich.
Yeah.
Too much work to transfer a dog to the European Union.
All right, finally, Serena, you seemed like happy for Florian Wirtz's career to move on. You don't seem to be stabbing a voodoo doll because he's gone. So tell me about this.
No. I mean, it's a whole. I mean, his contract was going to end next year. He only had a year left. I feel like it was at the part of the year where the amount of trade and transfer rumors weighing down the player almost is like too distracting for even I think going a whole nother year having to deal with like Florian Wirtz spotted talking to this person around this corner. He must be joining X. Like it just would have been exhausting, and it would have kind of, I think for him, like I like him as a player. I want the best for him. I feel like it would have, I was worrying that it would be almost too much pressure and like the buildup would be so great that when he actually finally landed somewhere, if it didn't go well, then that's the end of it. And, I think with the new coach and it was just Xavi leaving. It makes sense. I'm sad about it. I'm going to miss watching him play, but.
You might be very sad this season because it smells like another Bayern Munich title run.
That's whatever.
No. I could do the Bayern transfer saga. That is its own.
You know what? Harry Kane got a taste of trophy. He got a taste of gold. But
Harry
Kane, $100
million.
He's got a taste. He broke the curse.
No, they're in trouble. I think Bayern's in trouble. You heard it here first. I think they're not. I think they might hang on next year, but it's not. They have a really old roster. They've only made one transfer. They've only brought on one person, if even. I don't even know if they have.
This is Bayern Munich.
All of the big people they want to bring in have rejected them. They're honestly grasping at straws, like just trying to get the biggest pre-made star instead of. Yeah, it's.
But this is Bayern Munich. It's all it takes is just we're gonna bring up a couple of kids from the academy and bam.
But they're not.
Isn't the guy? There was the guy who. Sorry. Who's the guy who chopped up the U.S. the last time they played Germany? Isn't he already hurt for the season?
Musiala, he got his leg broken.
Musiala. Oh.
It was brutal. I was watching it live. It was against PSG.
Jamal Musiala.
Yeah, it was against PSG?
Broke his leg. Yeah.
They should just sign that Greenwood. They should sign that Greenwood kid from Marseille.
Oh, God, shut up. Shut up.
No, if I need another reason to hate Bayern.
Yeah, exactly, right? Talking about hating teams, Marcus Rashford to Barcelona.
Hilarious.
Barcelona always kind of surprises the hell out of me because, like every other year, they're crying broke. Like, we had to cut transfer budget or whatever. We had to let go of the players because we can't afford to make payroll. And then I don't know where. Oh, by the way, we just signed this guy. So I don't know. I think they're cooking the books here.
I mean, they always are. But does Rashford fit in with this team? Does this make sense?
It's like a running and gunning type of team too.
You mean on the field or?
Yeah,
on the field. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a Rashford hater, but we need to see more. We need to see more. All right, before we leave, we got two more things to mention. First and foremost, crying broke. No, actually slammed by rules and need to spend less money. Lyon is hiring lawyers to try and cut the Matt Turner transfer because they need.
What is it now? What's going on with that? Is it they can't afford a transfer fee or?
Well, they are already. I think they got in trouble for cooking the books to stay within financial fair play, and so it doesn't help to sign, a Matt Turner.
They paid. No, I think they just got buyer's remorse. They saw his performance in the Gold Cup and said, "No, we don't want this guy."
He didn't even perform in the Gold Cup. He was on the bench.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And speaking of goalkeepers, the most disrespected man in soccer in my lifetime of watching it.
Here we go.
The man with the most disrespect his way. Kaylor Navas has signed with Pumas. I find this horrific. This is a loss for MLS. Someone.
Why would anybody want to say a DP goalkeeper? That's a DP spot that's going to be given up, man.
That is kind of crazy.
Dude, Kaylor Navas has put up with so much disrespect in his career.
Look,
you
man,
don't think you can lowball him?
Kaylor Navas is in the twilight of his career, bro. He's at the twilight of his career. Like he's gonna hang the boots up. Like, don't be surprised in about a year or two he's back in Costa Rica playing for Saprissa or Alajuelense or something.
Oh, that would be cool. I mean, if I was
don't worry. I'll be watching him in October, September, November. Because that's Costa Rica is in our group, so that's basically the team to beat.
He is still their number one too, isn't he?
Yeah. But they got another cat. They got another cat that plays out in Portugal. That he's not bad either. He could be the next Navas type player, but he's playing in Portugal. He's decent. He's not bad.
Part of me, so I want to say Navas is the best ever CONCACAF player, but part of me kind of feels like Tim Howard was always better than him. He just was never on a good enough team to rack up trophies.
Goalkeepers is a different role, man. If there's one player that never takes the glory unless it's blocking a PK or last minute shot, it's the goalkeeper. And because if you're gonna talk about the best player ever, like, you got, what's the criteria? Like, you got, you think about it. You have Casey Keller, you have Tim Howard, you have Brad Friedel. If you talk about Mexican goalkeepers, you got what's his face,
what's his face, and that other guy. No, Ochoa. You got Ochoa, and
if you want to go old school, we got Jorge Campos. Who else am I missing? Like, there's a handful of goalkeepers that could be added in that argument.
Very true.
So
very true. I don't know. I feel like Navas does not get the love he deserves, being a three in a row Champions League winner. I don't know if he's got more than that, but dude, just total disrespect everywhere he's been.
I mean, I would say this: he's an amazing goalkeeper. He's probably the best goalkeeper in his generation. And I will say the generation between the end of Casey Keller and Brad Friedel and Tim Howard, and he might be in that generation with Ochoa. So between Ochoa and Navas, obviously the clear winner is Navas.
Obviously, Ochoa never could do it in England or in Europe,
in Spain, or no, well, he played in France and Spain.
Yeah,
right?
He did.
Yeah.
So Serena, are we just like sounding like old dudes right here, or?
I know she's like.
No, I'm just trying to think. I don't know that much about him. I was trying to think if he was better than
he was the starting Real Madrid goalkeeper for a good.
I said the best ever CONCACAF player.
Yeah, CONCACAF.
Yeah. Okay.
He was the best keeper in the world at certain times.
Like, are you talking about the best CONCACAF player of all time type of deal here?
Yes.
You might have an argument from our fellow Mexican fans in regards to a certain individual named Hugo Sanchez.
You're not
who also played for Real Madrid.
Also, there's shouts in there for who's the guy on ESPN who was the keeper for Trinidad.
Not Shaka. Was it? No.
Yeah, Shaka Hillsop or whatever. No.
I would. Oh no. Okay. No, because then you might have to add Dwight York.
I was gonna say him next.
Dwight York. And of course, Serena has no idea who Dwight York is.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Listen, we are down the rabbit hole. So I'm gonna pull the pin on this segment, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna wrap transfers. Yeah, no, that's all I had. Did anybody else had anything fun?
No, I feel like there were some funny. I feel like just going back to transfers and the rumors being hilarious. I saw some good stuff this week or last week on like oh, so-and-so's girlfriend was seen doing her nails at a different salon, or a salon in Manchester,
yes,
like, wow, the transfer rumors have gotten so demand.
Well, the only other thing I had was clowning Man United for spending a bunch of money on people I've never heard of, but I don't know. But
there are a lot of Hugo Ekitike to Liverpool is a big one. That we'll see how that pans out. I think, Eintracht Frankfurt being masters of the deal. They're just turning over.
Who has Bundesliga rights in the U.S.? Is it Paramount
ESPN?
Plus? Is it ESPN or Paramount Plus?
Yeah, ESPN is ESPN Plus.
Okay.
Man, I just lost it. You said something and it completely reminded me of somebody that. Oh, KDB to Napoli. I mean,
yes.
These are moves that have been around for a long time that we've talked to death, and
KDB should have gone to Chicago, man.
Yeah,
you missed out, KDB.
Yeah, you missed. He did miss out. Now, don't you miss out. Stick around, hit the like button, help us get to 500 subscribers. We're gonna come back and talk the Fire. It'll be fun. It'll be grand. Peace. Welcome back, fellow enemies of the Fire. We are here to talk about a fun, joyous occasion. The Chicago Fire won a game. Serena, DPG, how we doing? How we feeling?
Yeah, good. Well, I think it was you who said 2-0, right?
Correct.
I don't remember who said it, but yeah, you were right. So, yeah, not conceding a goal for the first time. I think they said the only times the Fire haven't conceded a goal, it's been 0-0 draws, so feels great for that. I'm sure Brady felt great about that. Not that it was that much of an onslaught. I don't think it was the toughest game for him to play, but still, yeah, Montreal looked all over the place. So,
yep,
Montreal is having themselves a Fire style season. It just
well, that's why I felt bad for them. I was watching it and I was like, wow, I feel like I've watched this before.
They call those rebuild years.
Dude, at the end of this game, so the Fire went to Montreal, which we have won everywhere in Canada, baby. We are kings of Canada.
Oh, yeah. Wow, yes, we have. We beat Toronto, we beat Vancouver, and now Montreal.
Yup, kings of Canada. Anyway.
Shout out to our boy, former Fire player. Fabian Herbers. Mr. Podcast.
Yeah. When he came on, I think I yelled at the screen. I was like, wow, you know that guy?
I know who that is. Yeah, when you play Montreal, now that there's 30 teams in this league, there's teams where it's just who? I think back in 2008 or 9, I knew every player in the league. Now it's just who's starting for this team?
Jeez.
But
yeah.
That's some MLS sickle type stuff right there, man.
I told you. When Toronto was brand new, baby, we was looking forward to Seattle. Anyway, I digress. So this was a get well game for everyone except for Sam Rogers. Yeah. But this was a get well game. I saw two things that I saw something I was very happy about, something I'm sad about. Sad, Sam Rogers. We mentioned it earlier. The man went down early in this game. He's pushing it too hard. I think he's getting sent to the wood chipper, basically. Hey, can you walk? Go in.
Yeah.
You know what? You can put Pineda in the back line now if we sign the other guy.
Yep. If we get Berg, you could move Pineda back to the back line, which would, you know what? Addition by addition. Odd. Anyway. So, but I feel bad. I feel like Sam Rogers is really trying to solidify himself, and he just cannot keep it all together. I think he's hurt. It's like Acosta from last season. He's hurt. He just needs to shut it down and get it taken care of. But he can't because we have no center backs. But as far as
I feel bad for him too.
Yeah.
He looked obviously anybody coming off with an injury is not going to look happy about it, but he looked so disappointed. And I feel like he, honestly, ever since that own goal in the Open Cup, I feel like he's really been wanting to prove himself as, a valuable member. And yeah, it's just not that I think he's bad, but it's not happening for him.
When he's in the game, we are more solid. There's not anything he necessarily does I'm like, yeah, Sam Rogers did that. But it's almost like it's like there's not a hole there. Does that make sense?
I think our issue with the defense is that nobody has vision on that back line. Like nobody can see the play that's happening before them. Like everybody's rushing to the problem sector, but nobody's saying, hey, because the Fire have got burned by, everybody's trying to get the guy with the ball, but nobody's watching the guy that's running behind you. Type of situation,
Yeah.
And that's why I said like nobody has vision, and that's kind of been the issue. It really hasn't mattered who's playing that back line. It's always been the same result, and that's why I kind of mentioned last week that we needed like a Rafa Shihol's first year type player in that back line that could say, hey, don't chase the ball, look on the other side type of situation, so.
Well, that was supposed to be Jack Elliott. We were supposed to be adding to something, but then we added a Jack Elliott and didn't have anything else. The floor fell out.
Yeah. He had a great game, though, Elliott.
Yes, he did. Scored a goal,
yes, he
which
did.
was
Yep.
It was a good goal, too. It wasn't no garbage.
He's so tall, too. I think I said this maybe last episode. I did not realize he was... Is he 6'5"? I think he's 6'5".
He's something crazy.
Is it Peter Crouch height?
And you see it too. Like it's amazing to watch these guys on TV, and then when you go to the game sometimes, because like Brian Gutierrez looks so tiny on TV, and then go to the game and he's gigantic.
He's like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But like Elliott, especially during that goal, you see him come up, and you're thinking, okay, he's 6'5", and you see his head just like reach that height, and it's perfect. I mean, that's why it was such a good goal. It just slots right in.
Guess who else scored?
Your fave.
Kuipers. Oh.
The guy who never scores.
Yeah, the guy who never scores.
Yeah, the guy that never scores. Yeah, like he should be at 20 goals by now.
You know what I think of all the time? My grandfather, my mom's dad, he kind of started life as a Sox fan and got fed up and switched. But he would watch the Cubs. And it's just like he's the most vibes-based sports fan I can think of from back in the day because he swears to God he never once saw Ryan Sandberg get a hit. Never. He'd watch every Cubs game, and he swore to God he never saw Sandberg get a hit.
Wow.
And it's just like that with parallel. It's like that with Kuipers. I almost feel like Kuipers is having a down year, and he's banging goals in left and right. Right? It's just.
I just think we just need a better playmaker. That's all. We need a guy that can really set him up and not just, put the ball in the area and hope that Kuipers gets it. Like we need a guy that can deliver the ball to his feet and then Kuipers just to pull the trigger.
And who was the assist on that goal? I can't remember.
It was Haile Selassie, right?
Yeah, it was Selassie.
Which they work like they're so good together.
Well, yeah, they've been together for a couple years now, right? Like, so
Haile Selassie was second. No, this is like his third year with the Fire.
Yeah, well, Marin's, but Kuipers is second. But that was what I was gonna say is Marin, if you don't remember, this season started not getting any minutes. I feel like Greg has put some trust in him, and he's earned some minutes,
and he's been paying off. Yeah,
it
he's
has
been coming in for Bamba too, right?
When Bamba's been he started this past game. You're right, it was for Bamba, but he's been coming in for Bamba when Bamba's not doing Bamba things, right? And it's been really helpful, and which I like. I've always been a Marin Haile Selassie fan, and it's good to see somebody like that get trust from the coach. So.
He has that kind of like that flair about him that he can actually run. He can literally dance around the defense, almost like kind of like he could play like Zink if he wanted to and we've seen it happen where he just slices and dices defense. So I like Selassie. Like if Greg starts him, I'm good for it. Like I'm not gonna say, oh my God, why are we starting Selassie? Like I'm good for it.
I'm looking, and Selassie actually wasn't the assist. I'm forgetting. It's all coming back now. Zink assisted, and it was like Barroso had a perfect pass.
That's right. It was off the bar. Yep.
Yeah.
The Zink was it an assist by Zink? Because I remember the commentator.
No.
I remember
it was unassisted because it went off the bar. Barroso. It was off the Barroso shot. Oh. She's right.
Because didn't they say the Zink broke some record? Broke Joseph Martinez's record.
The Elliott goal, Zink was the assist, and I think it's
was
it 10 and 10?
10 and 10, yep.
20? Yeah.
First time we've had a
Joseph Martinez, he broke his record.
Yeah, that was getting an assist or a goal in 10 straight road games, right? So yeah. He broke the record Joseph Martinez had. He's in the All Star game right now, which MLS is up 2-1. But Zink is having a hell of a year, man. It's been a revelation.
We had doubts at the beginning. We had some.
You know what? We suffered for so long, and then you watch people like LAFC sign Gareth Bale, and I've heard of Gareth Bale. That's where it was there for a while. So, but yeah, dude.
I think I'm not gonna say we've had, but I mean, when you get players from actually known leagues, we've had a decent, good run with players, like certain players. Now, granted, Zink came from the Danish league, but Bodo was Bodo was like a team that every now and then you'll see him in the Champions League, So, and I do recognize him from Football Manager too. So,
I'm just happy with Zink. I feel like each week maybe it's just that I'm too pessimistic or too been failed on this before with the Fire, but I keep thinking, the hype is gonna almost get to him, and then he's gonna just start he has one bad game, and then it's all gonna be over, and he's not gonna be able to keep up with the pressure of being good consistently. But it hasn't happened yet, and I feel like we're now past that point.
That's Guti you're describing, by the way.
I would disagree.
Yeah, I mean, in the past, I feel like.
Well, yeah, in the past things were rough. I've said this before, but it kind of just. It cements how this season feels. And that's I used to complain and bitch and think about who should play where and why isn't this guy playing? We need to sign this. And now literally I wake up on Saturday and it's almost like, oh boy, who gets to play today? You know what I mean? It's so much more exciting and fun, and let's just win a goddamn game at home, please.
Yeah.
Which I guess speaking of, the New Jersey energy drinks are coming to town this Saturday. and
the what?
New York Red Bulls, baby. The New Jersey energy drinks.
The Metro Stars. You got the Metro Stars.
Yeah, exactly.
The club formerly known as the Metro Stars.
Correct.
Yeah. I've actually been there twice to see games. I went by myself to see the Fire play them.
How was Jersey?
New Jersey. Honestly, I like their stadium. It's actually not that hard to get to. You have to take the PATH train from downtown Manhattan. I mean, it's a long train ride, but it's a nice stadium. Nice little community. They have a lot of people, good fans, and actually that first game I went to, I bought the ticket on Ticketmaster, and it sat me in the supporter section and didn't say that. So I'm wearing this was 2 years ago when we had the Navy jerseys. So I'm wearing my Navy and the fan sections there are they have the stands and they have it blocked off and big signs saying you cannot come down here if you're wearing any color that's not red or any opposing team stuff. So I'm I couldn't
standing remotely.
I had to go up way. There were a few Fire fans there, though, I will say.
Were you able to just find a seat and sit wherever, kind of?
Yeah. It wasn't sold out, but.
So wait, would you have? What? So that was your play. So what like I'm not Mr. Fashion, so I don't know. I don't know if you had a shirt on underneath, but would you have thought like was there even a thought of like, screw it, I'll take the jersey off and then just hang out in the supporters section? No.
No, of course not.
No, I feel you.
I was there by myself. I took time out of my my like weekend trip. I think I was there for a high school reunion, maybe. I was like, I'm here to be a Fire away fan. I'm wearing this jersey.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's not like Toke. Would you wear a Fire jersey at one of your Peoria City Cornhuskers game?
Cornhuskers. Actually, no, I probably wouldn't. Now, I will say this: the only baseball caps I own say Chicago Fire on them, right? Literally every base. So I'm not sure. I probably actually wore a Fire hat there, and me and my dad did sit in the supporter section, but. Other than that, like I might not have. I'm not sure. Who knows? I might have just not worn a hat. I don't remember. But yeah, I wouldn't I wouldn't be like, let's put it this way. I was on vacation in Denver, and just since I was there, I was like, is there a game? And Colorado was playing Vancouver or somebody goofy, right?
Random team.
And so like I showed up, and that, again, the only hats I have are Fire hats. So I did show up in a Fire hat, but other than that, I didn't have anything else on. But I will say, there was a cat fully decked in like a full kit and shorts and hat for Real Salt Lake, which was not at the game either. So
That's
damn. So he said, "Oh,
maybe he just wears that every day."
Maybe that's just his thing. So I don't know why, but yeah, you guys have a point. But like
stadiums, in San Jose, a lot of people were just wearing any soccer jersey. Like I saw a lot of Real Madrid, a lot of like Premier League, like a lot more. I think just people going because it's a soccer game, and like less because they follow MLS or follow San Jose, which I feel like is not really what happens at Soldier Field or with the Fire at all. And didn't happen at Red Bull, as I could see.
There's not a lot of people that are just like, oh man, we were hanging out at the bar and they said there was a soccer game, so we came.
The only time you ever see like a different jersey is like when you have like when they bring out the kids soccer teams that are sitting together, you know.
Yeah.
But...
yeah.
So Red Bulls.
Yes, the Red Bulls. Now, before we get to the Red Bulls,
is that guy still playing the Deadbeat Dad?
Oh yeah, most certainly. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Forsberg. Yeah. Now, do they get Timo? Do they get Timo Werner across the line the next couple days? Do we get to see him?
Don't put that hate on me, man. Don't put that hate on us. I don't want to see Timo Werner at Soldier Field.
I guess you're right. But
I do. I'd love to.
Dude,
of course.
For so many years, the draw to go see the Fire was like, oh, hey, the other team has this guy. You know what I mean? So, like, it's pretty great to just be like, hell yeah, we're going to go because we score a bunch of goals. Like, looks
like salary issues are stalling that move, so it's probably not going to be. He's probably not going to be there.
It's not going to happen. I wish it would. I would like to see Timo Werner in MLS.
I feel bad for him.
Dude, New York is always way better than they should be.
Diego Luna just scored.
Yeah, you're like 15 seconds ahead. There goes from assist from Zink or Nagel. Beautiful.
Really?
Man, that man's still with the assist.
Oh my god, yeah, assist king. Was it really?
Yep, I got closed captioning on. That's how I saw it.
Oh wow.
I gotta put it. I gotta see this piece of art that Zink.
This piece
made.
of this work of art, this poetry in motion. Dude,
let's see. Ooh, was that him?
So
yeah, there he goes. That's him.
Yep. So Serena, you've been to a New York game this season. You and Andrew went.
I've been to I've been to 3, but yeah, we went this season once with Andrew, and we did sit in the actual official Chicago Fire away section this time.
So I don't know much about them. I know they got Forsberg. I know they're always way higher in the standings than they should be.
They're right ahead of us in the standings right now.
Yeah, they're probably
we
in
beat them
third or fourth, right?
No,
No?
they're right up ahead of us.
7?
Oh, shit.
So if we needed
9.
playoff points, we
got to beat them.
This is a big 6-point game.
It's they have 33 points versus our 32 points. So
That's
a win.
That's another thing to mention. Our 32 points is the total of points we had last season.
So another thing too. Charlotte has 35 points. NYC has 35 points, and Red Bulls has 33, and we have 32. So like a win throws us in a mix
It's tight.
for
7,
8 for 9th.
Yep.
So
if Charlotte
doable.
loses, NYFC loses, we beat Red Bulls, and we're up there. We're like up there.
Yeah, but we have to do it at home. Why do we not play well at home? Someone answer this for me.
It doesn't feel like home, bro. It's Soldier Field.
No, I don't know. I wonder if it's
When we
like,
build our own stadium, we'll win at home.
and it's not. I've thought about this because it's not that the noise is different. Like they have supporter sections in all of these games that they're going to, and they have people beating the drums, and they have all the instruments. So it's not like they're being like distracted or something. And it should only. I mean, obviously, it should benefit them to hear people cheering when they're about to score. So I don't know. Maybe
does the field suck?
No, the fields look nice this season, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like that field we played on in Atlanta. Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that I still
turf.
traumatized.
Yeah,
maybe
we talked about that.
Like
the ball was hard to see and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the stripes. But yeah, maybe now it's just too much of it's too built up. The fact that they only win away and don't win at home. Maybe it's like a jinx. I don't know.
It's funny because we have never been a good away team for like the past almost 15 years, and all of a sudden we have already broken the record, as for most away wins.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like this team, it's fun. We're not great yet, but it is fun to see how we're different, right? We are so different. We score a lot of goals and we win on the road. That is something we haven't done in 20 years.
Yeah, you never have said. Yeah.
I don't know why, but this team feels like a Moneyball team.
Well, it's getting there. It's getting there, man. They're fine tuning this because I don't know. I am a little concerned about signing another big dollar midfielder with Avila and Kwame in there, like just gumming up the works. We need defense.
So one of those guys is on loan, and then the other guy he's a project, so to speak, and it hasn't been going good on that project. So this might be, Berhalter kind of saying, okay, so we might have overstated how good.
Eat the money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't missed on a lot. They did not miss on Zinkernagel. They did not miss on Kuipers. No. They did not miss on. The jury's still out on Bamba. I feel like I've been pro Bamba. I've been pro Bamba on this show.
He has it in him. I think, I feel like I've said before, I feel like there is talent there. It's just, there's a lot of mental stuff and, things he could work on, but I feel like he's got it. He's got something going on.
I think that next season, I think the team's probably going to be more in zinc. And that wasn't no pun intended. But I just feel that Greg is going to make more moves that might get rid of some of the dead weight that we do have on the team.
Yeah.
And
I mean, even the Patrick Berg signing is for. In my head, I'm thinking that's for zinc. They're getting someone who he's played with before, and that to me is signaling exactly that they're moving in that direction. Which he should.
That could be a fun pairing, actually. That could be a very interesting pairing.
That would be fun. I'm very pro what they're doing. I'm pro what they're doing. I think another year in America, comfortable, coming back, Bamba will be just fine. Zink obviously has found his footing. I don't see this slowing down. He doesn't look like a guy this doesn't look like he's over his head, right? This kind of
No,
looks
it's not a
like
fluke.
yeah, no, this is not a fluke.
You bring Berg over, and it's like, man, imagine seeing these two guys bust up defenses. Like, oof.
I mean,
That could be
fingers
brutal.
crossed, man.
Yeah.
We still need defense. So. Speaking of, before we do our predictions, let's talk about the one other weird thing about this game. Chance the Rapper after the game.
Oh, yeah.
Who's going to this game? Who's going to be there this weekend? I will be.
I might actually. I already told my son I was taking him. So
Ooh, see
Nice.
Now I don't get either of you two. You both just skip right by. I'm like, I'll text you guys like 3 hours before you show up. I'm chilling at the tailgate, and it'll be like, cool. We'll say what's up. I'm inside. Just gone.
Yeah.
like if I'm going solo, like come on, it's how it's different when you have kids.
It is. It is different when you have kids.
I try to. So when I leave home, I don't leave early. I usually leave right on the I get to the game right on time.
All right, fair.
Yeah.
So
I am such a late riser that I cannot get myself out of the house before. If I'm gonna do anything else on that Saturday other than go to the game, I can't leave 3 hours before the game. I'm using those afternoon hours. And honestly, if we go to any tailgates, we go to the other one. So
well, yeah, I haven't found anybody over there yet. So
and now our friend is no longer allowed to be in the tailgate area either. So I don't know that we'll be doing that either.
You can't even go in the parking lot now?
No, nowhere on the property.
That's insane. That's absolutely insane.
Is it indefinite or is it like a 12-month ban? Like a legit 12-month ban?
That part is 12 months. I think we actually just saw him on Sunday. And he said, they're still fighting it. I think they were saying, coming at it from different channels still. And, they're still, it seems like maybe there's some hope for a little bit of an appeal, but they don't seem like super confident in it.
That's man. This screams out like Nelson Rodriguez vibes, It's
yes, it does.
It's just I don't know. It seems like everybody's pointing the finger at each other.
Yeah.
But,
they're hiding behind each other. Oh, it's the team.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the league. Oh, it's the team. Oh, it's it's just bullshit. So anyway, so
we'll all be there.
So who's staying for the Chance the Rapper show though?
I'm not.
I might. I don't know.
I'm gonna beat traffic. I'm just gonna go straight home after.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, man. Hey, I'm not a hater. Hip hop is a lot of people's cup of tea. I just happen to like death metal. That's just not my.
Yeah, that's fair.
If
Chance the Rapper was really when I was in college. That's really he was big, and that's reminds me a lot of those days. So
makes sense. I mean, he's got the one song that I know, which obviously I can't repeat as a white person, but yeah, there's the one song that I know, and then but no, I don't know, I almost don't know. Did he get in trouble? Why the fall off? He was everywhere forever, had the biggest album, and then just gone.
Was it a one-hit wonder?
No, because didn't he have a big album before the huge one?
Yeah, he's had
maybe the guy made his money and called it quits. Hey, I made my money. I'm riding off into the sunset.
Maybe management changes. I don't know. He was always he was a local Chicago guy. I actually have a friend whose sister was in a poetry reading, a local community one. Then he would show up weekly, and so maybe he just went back to being involved local. I don't know. Totally speculating now.
No, yeah, totally speculating. I just know he was on top of the world, and then just haven't really heard much musically from him. Yeah, he is in the area. There
have been plenty of rappers, or a certain rapper that was on top of the world from Chicago. And
yeah, he continually the phrase "shot you." You shot yourself in the foot. That dude
Nah, he
bazookaed
nuked it. He
himself
nuked
into
it. He's nuked it.
Yeah, he used a
Yeah.
tactical nuclear strike upon himself.
Yeah. So we
Yeah,
know the
man.
reason for that fall off. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah, we know that one. But
Not speculating.
you know, I don't hate this. I obviously like I would love to see like, you know, peeling flesh after the game, but
That'd
like
be awesome.
I feel like I like
Well,
Chance the
yeah.
Rapper's a big name. You're gonna get Chicago people to hang out and like
Yeah, and Danny Lux was the last one. I feel like it was I didn't stay for that one, but the stage looked better than the Jason Derulo one last year.
With the
where,
sound
you know,
issues, I heard they were having sound issues last year.
oh
Yeah, so I didn't hear if I don't know how the show went. The Danny Lux show went last game.
no, there seemed to be hella people there too. There was
Yeah.
last game was well attended. Is there any? I guess I should ask you this because I haven't seen anything. Is there any repeat of any kind of show of support or protest, or are we just going back to?
Yeah, not that I know of. I want to ask though. I definitely want to ask.
It's a good idea.
I would.
It's was it LA Galaxy's like the only team, or LAFC is the only team that has like put out a statement.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
Yep.
that's because they have pool. Like MLS is not gonna shun its number one market. You know.
Yeah.
So
When did we become chopped liver? Like, why did the Chicago market become garbage? Like, it's just they
Yeah.
were.
because our I think it's I blame our old ownership. He made us very irrelevant.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Extremely irrelevant.
Now we're like the talk of the town because woohoo, you know, our owner is gonna dig in his own pockets and build
Stadium.
a stadium. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's putting everybody else to shame in terms of sport, you know, the Chicago sports owners.
Oh my God. Especially Chicago sports owners. I mean, the Cubs are finally good again this year, but the way that every team is terrible and they're just like, I'm bad. You need to spend $2 billion on a stadium for me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
you know, go pound.
Speaking
sand.
of Chicago sports, I forgot to say this earlier. I remember I thought of it and then I forgot. Man United is using Chicago Fire facilities as their training grounds for like the next week because they're playing a game in New Jersey this weekend, but then they're playing at Soldier Field the weekend after. But they landed in Chicago yesterday and they were, you know, coming off the bus in downtown Chicago and they are playing. I looked it up. They're playing at the Chicago Fire facility.
Yeah,
So,
and
that's just hilarious.
I think the fire facilities are going to be used a lot next year in the World Cup.
oh, probably there's a double header next Saturday, with Manchester United playing somebody and then somebody else playing somebody else. Just European teams. I don't have a ton of interest. I did see, actually, I'm glad you brought that up. I forgot about that. I did see a tweet where somebody was like, "Oh no, Man United in the Viagra Triangle," and they
Exactly.
were coming
That's the same one I saw. Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, unbelievable. All right. So before we leave, R.I.P. Ozzy.
Predictions.
R.I.P. Ozzy.
Oh yeah.
No, and then yeah, predictions. What do we think? I'm terrified of this game because it's one we have to win. Ugh.
I'm gonna go 2-1. We win.
I'm thinking 2-1. Like we win, like by some stroke of luck or act of God. We
Maybe a
win.
penalty or like last minute. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna.
You might come in clutch.
I'm gonna price this right, both of you. We're gonna win 3-1, but it's gonna basically be a 2-1 win, except for like we'll exploit them real late for that third one.
So basically, just crush their hopes and
That's I'm hoping, man. This last game was kind of just a joy to watch. Oh, we didn't even bring up all the yellow cards at the end of the game for the Montreal bench and their coaching.
Oh, that was hilarious.
because they were all pissed. I don't know why they were pissed. Like if the team's not doing good, what's
The
the point of
team's
being
not
pissed?
doing good. They felt aggrieved on a call.
I just love them panic. Like when the coach got the yellow and they panned him and he was doing this and Andrew goes, "Oh, who is that? Where is he from?" And I was like, "I'm thinking Italy. I'm not sure."
It's like, yeah.
He's literally doing this to the ref.
Lovely.
Yeah, because
This is so
if it's an
funny.
American coach, he should just start screaming like you can see the anger in his face.
the vein that pops out of the forehead. Just
or
starts
it could be like the
pulsating.
Bruce Arena. Or it could be the Bruce Arena where he just goes like this and turns around.
Oh my god. Oh, all right. So,
Good stuff.
I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Like, subscribe, comment, all of those good things. We're trying to hit 500 subscribers. We are inching our way there. Serena, welcome aboard as a full member. Would you like to thank God and the Academy and everything else? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, all of that. All of them.
All of them. Anyway, big shout out to James. Hopefully Beck was good. I heard he's kind of into like the jam band thing these days. DPG, you got anything for the people, or are we just saying goodbye? All right.
Hit subscribe and good night and good fight.
Peace out.